Hello all, welcome. This one is about usability, and it's just an introduction. I'll cover how to do usability testing in the next session, but this is just an introduction to you what is usability, um, and how you are going to use that in your mobile testing environment. Okay, if you read Wikipedia, the definition of usability is the easy of use and learnability of a human-made object. I think obviously they will say that. I can just search for it. Usability, maybe usability. Yes. So yeah, so the page is here. Usability, I think I'm going to repeat the same. Usability is the easy of use and learnability of a human-made object. It may be the object of use can be a software application, a website, a book, a tool, a machine, or a process, or anything a human interacts with. Think about an ATM machine, and everybody interacts with it. And think about mobile phones, smartphones, and the normal feature phones. Everybody interacts with it, and the laptops and the TV, a remote, and something you human use it. That is actually needs usability. A usability study may be conducted as a primary job function by a usability analyst or a secondary job function by designers, technical writers, marketing professionals, and others. So being a mobile tester, how you will be doing usability is you will get a product and you will take a look at that. You have buttons, screen navigations, and different functionalities to achieve, and different features will be there in that application or in the mobile. So how quickly you will be able to do that, and how easily you will be able to do that. That is user satisfaction or user experience. And so nowadays the concept is like the PET, the persuasion and emotion and trust. The designers design apps or the app screens, and developers implemented those things with PET architecture in mind. Persuasion is techniques relate to the machines that triggers to an action. Basically, when you try to purchase something in an e-com website, pressing the buy now button, if you really going to press buy now button, so the website really need to create a perception that they will ship you the product, and the product is good and it is fine, etc. So this is a very good slide. That this is slideshare.net, quiffboy/pet designing for persuasion, emotion, and trust. You should take a look at that. That's Barry Brinks is written this. So let me take a look at what is emotion. Emotion techniques are about eliciting a desired emotional response during a process. Is it easy to use, or is it something that conveying what it's supposed to convey? For example, if there is an application that you're about to send an SMS from the application, and the application doesn't really display anything that it will really cost you, and then after you send the SMS, and then there will be a pop-up saying that you will be charged like for some money, or your balance is deducted. Then it creates a mixed emotions in you, like this application really cheated you, and you are not really aware that this is about to extract some money from your balance, and or it will bill you never know. So that is how emotional responses, and you're supposed to deal with the user. So and trust techniques are establishing credibility and providing assurance and removing risks, and the establishing credibility is, for example, if you are using an e-com site, and you have this, for example, VeriSign or Entrust buttons in the bottom, so it generates trust. If you really going to feed your credit card or debit card information in that and doesn't have any thing that you trust, so you obviously don't trust, so, and it will result into a no purchase for them. So I also fetched another slide, slideshare.net devingel/mobiles usability. So this page, so I think this is not the slide I want to show, this one, and introduction to usability. And there are two people that really achieved remarkably in usability field, Jacob Nielsen and Steve Krug, and you should really check the book written by Steve Krug, Don't Make Me Think, and it's available even online, but I suggest you purchase it from Amazon or some book websites, which is like not very costly. Yeah. So learnability is this. So there is 6 sections that Jacob Nielsen written about usability: learnability, memory ability, efficiency, error rate, satisfaction, and effort. So learnability is how easy for you to learn that feature and reuse that feature. Like, is it the buttons are looking familiar, and for example in iPhone, if the back button looking some way and your application uses different kinds of back button, and you are actually not familiar with that kind of back button, and so it will be very difficult for you to quickly learn that and keep using that. If you are really familiar with certain actions native to that platform, iPhone or Android, and your designers and your developers should give you the same way it is, and that is how learnability actually works. Familiarity, consistency, generalizability, transparency, and simplicity. This is a 5 different goals for learnability. You can, being a mobile tester, you should really check the familiarity and consistency of the particular feature. You can, this one kind of navigation is looking the one way, and the next screen the navigation is in a different way, and you should really question that, and then you will be able to write some defects on that and then make sure you correct it, because the user is the key, and you need to really satisfy the user when you're delivering an app. Maybe your app is functionally really good and feature rich, but still the usability plays a major factor in when the major factor to make sure that your users like your application. Memory ability. Users can leave a program, and when he or she returns to it, remember how to do things on it. So if you have clumsy elements in the UI, and if it is very difficult for you to remember things and every time, so that is a failure. Efficiency. How fast a user accomplishes tasks once he or she has learned to use a system. For example, you take a couple of people to showcase an ATM machine, and they try to use it, and then they takes a lot of time to accomplish a very simple task of checking a balance. That is really a low efficiency system. So you should really keep improving that system with that kind of inputs. Error rate, a rate of successful completion of tasks or portions of tasks, and that is actually really means by itself. And satisfaction, describe a user's subjective response when using the product, how they are, because they are not going to quantify anything, but subjectively they can tell you, yes, I am satisfied or not. That we are actually, next section is that how practically you will do usability testing, that you will be looking at that in the next session or in the detailed session. But this is just an introduction, how he or she feels at the end of a session with the product. It's very subjective, and it's also person to person, it varies, and but not many people can give you the similar kind of subjective response. Like, so some people differ, but not very much. So for example, if you're putting a website or a mobile application in front of 100 people, and maybe 90% of the people from that will give you similar kind of subjective response, that they like or they don't like. Effort, the amount of mental or physical effort required to complete a task, exactly number of clicks to task completion, or number of decisions to take before task completion. Maybe, like, for example, to achieve a feature, that uploading a file, maybe you are actually making sure that the user navigates up to 6 to 7 screens in your app. That is not really an efficient way, and they have to put a lot of effort to do that. So make sure that you always reduce the number of screens to achieve that specific task. This is a simple introduction to the usability. Obviously, there are different methods that what is actually usability and how you will really test usability. But if you are really liking usability as a concept, and likely to pursue from there, and you should really read Steve Krug's Don't Make Me Think, and Rocket Engineering Made Easy, and Jacob Nielsen's Mobile Usability. These are the books I suggest. And since this is just an introduction session, and there is a lot of slides available in the slide share, and you should really take a look. And our own slides are actually coming into picture when it comes to the real session and how to really test it. So with that, I'm completing this introduction session, and I'll see you next time. Take care.